Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to my Sunday live stream. I'm going to wait till some people get in here. I'm going to get it all set up. Thank you for joining me, and we'll wait again till people get in here, and then we'll do the scent of the day. Let me just pull it up here, and we'll get going. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope that you had a great week, great weekend. I've been watching some football today. There's a lot of I was surprised because the Cincinnati Bengals were playing the Buffalo Bills today and didn't really go well for the Bills, as most people were expecting them to win. And now we're going to have a Bengals-Chiefs final, or AFC championship. But yeah, I'm doing well. Jace, thanks for joining. You're a new one in the chat. Like having new people in here. So we have a lot of different fragrances to go over, ones that I've picked up, ones that were sent to me from some subscribers. And then I'll tell this again when more people get in here. But you guys know I reviewed Bourbon Street by Hez Parfums the other day. And he sent me a bunch of stuff to give away, which I'm going to be doing a giveaway next week. The whole live stream next Sunday is going to be based off of Hez's fragrance, which again is Bourbon Street. To me, it's like a mixture between Strung With You Absolutely, Angel Share, and Going Its Own Way. It's kind of like if Strung With You Absolutely and Angel Share had a baby that drank a lot of bourbon. That's pretty much the way I look at it. And he sent me an extra bottle free to give away, actually 2 bottles, and then a crap load of decants. So I'll be giving those away on next week's live stream. Again, it's going to be based around that entire thing, because I have a crap load of stuff to go over with you guys today. Again, fragrances. You guys wanted me to try Amouage. Well, I have 1, 2, 3 Amouages in front of me now. Yeah, it's really neat. And then I got 3 fragrances, including my scent of the day. So in the chat, make sure you let me know what your scent of the day is. Today, I wore 2. This one was my main scent of the day. As you guys know, I've been looking for this for a while, and I ended up reviewing it. It will come out either this week or next week. It is by Paris Corner. It is a clone of Red Tobacco, and I actually think it's better. It's a Mears Wild and Tobacco. With that said, I also am wearing right now Mullen and Goats. I think that's how you say it, Mullen and Getz. And it's dark rum, which is one of the most underrated fragrances that I've ever tried. It literally is just like a darker, woody, fruity rum. Really, really nice. But yeah, let's see what's going on. I want to try something. Hey, I figured it out. Sun Devil, what's going on? Scent of the day, Dior Homme Intense. That is nice. Great pick. Newt, what's going on, buddy? Hez, there's Hez. For all of you guys who don't know, that is Hez right there. Hez Binkowitz. He is the one who has HezParfums.com. If you go there, it is $40 for the bottle. If you use the code FRAG, DOUD15, you get 15% off. And then you can get decants if you just want to try it. He has them on the site as well. I believe these are 5 milliliter decants based on what I have. So this is what he sells. So definitely go check those out. You will not be disappointed. It is probably the best subscriber-made fragrance that I've ever tried. But I finally figured out how Ross puts the comments on the screen right there. That's pretty good. I like that. I've been wanting to do that for a long time. So yeah, everyone. Newt got Bourbon Street. He likes it. What's going on, Sun Devil? Let's see who else we got. Hez, shout out to you, obviously. Jared, scent of the day is Lattafa Amethyst. We have Jace with the scent of the day with Burberry Touch. Nice. I haven't tried Lattafa Amethyst. What's that a clone of, Jared? And then Burberry Touch. It's a nice random pull from my collection for sure. 5 mil. Scent of the day, Precious Liquid, Salt and Pepper. Yeah, I just responded to your comment, Newt, that with that said, I have tried only 1 Precious Liquid. It was actually the first fragrance that was ever sent to me by a sub, and that's what he wrote, Precious Liquid, Salt and Pepper. I'll get this figured out. But I've tried only 1 from them. It was the first fragrance ever sent to me by a sub, and it was Precious Liquid Blue Agave. And it was good. I wouldn't say it was great, but it was still good. Hez's website, Hez, if you want to put it in the chat, I will put it up on the screen. But it's HezParfums.com. So HezParfums.com. He also has an Instagram. Go follow him on there. And I'm not paid by him at all. I'm just trying to help out the little guys, the guys who are just getting their indie brand started. And he based his fragrance based on Bourbon Street, and apparently he has some things coming down the line as well. So be on the lookout for that. And obviously, if he really wants me to, I'll, or if he wants me to, because I'll do it either way. But if he makes a new fragrance, you guys know you'll find it on my channel. So, scent of the day, strong with you, absolutely. What's up, all genre bops? Oh, all genre bops. I don't know why I said genre. Strong with you, absolutely. I have it right there. I also have all of them except for Freeze and Only. I do not plan on getting Only. Freeze I do plan on getting, but not until the spring, because the prices were terrible last year, and it's discontinued from what I understand. Armoff Radical Brown. I was actually sent that by Mo. I like that one. What's going on, Randy? Chat went with Armoff Future La Homme. Or I'm butchering these names tonight. I think I said that right. Armoff Future La Homme. Never heard of it. What's it a clone of? Jamie, welcome, Ismail. It's nice indeed. Comments there. Ross said something nice today. Stop putting fragrances on a pedestal and wear more. Yeah, honestly, I just wear what I like. That's if I have fragrances behind me, and I probably have 20 or 30 that I don't even wear, usually I end up just giving them away to you guys. For those of you who are new, most of the time I do a giveaway on almost every single one of my lives, whether it's a full bottle, which next week there's going to be a full bottle and decants, or I'll do like a collection of 5 random decants. Yeah, last week or 2 weeks ago, I gave away Latafa Assad. I gave away Latafa Al Oud Intense Oud. And then last week, the person who won my giveaway last week, just an FYI, I'm going to try to get that out tomorrow. But I had a PayPal issue last night. Somebody hacked into my PayPal account and used it to spend like $800 on stuff. And so I'm trying to get that situated. And if I can't, I'm trying to close down my bank account and get a new bank account and close down my PayPal. So I might not be able to get to the post office unless I can get that figured out. So it would be the following Monday. So I apologize about that. But it should be able to come out tomorrow, most likely. So Blue Agave is very solid. Yeah, I do like that. Welcome to Mo's. What's up, Mo? New sub. Thanks, Matt. Thanks, Hez. What's up, Dylan? I'm not way behind. Clone of Initio Privé Side Effect. Nice. That's actually very interesting. I like Side Effect a lot. It's one of my favorite Initios. Not your thing, but I wore Gentleman Only. Gentleman Only is actually not that bad, Chris. And the thing is the Gentleman line is not necessarily not my thing. The Gentleman line is not women's thing. So if you go up to 20 women and you have them smell any of the ones from the Givenchy Gentleman line, I would say probably 80% of them are going to say it's mediocre. They're never going to say it's bad, but they're going to just say meh. That's been my reaction. That's been a lot of my subscribers and other reviewers I've talked to. That's been their reaction too. It's more of a male-centric type line that more males like that fragrance than the women. Kind of like something like Pure Havane. Women usually don't like that kind of DNA, at least from what I've seen. Obviously, there's different people out there. I just got Reserve Privé, and while I liked it, I returned it because of the fact that I have the Eau de Parfum and I have the Boisé, and I feel like if you have either of those, they're redundant to have the Reserve Privé. Even though I know some people think the Reserve Privé is the best, I prefer the Boisé over any of them, or even the Eau de Parfum. What up, Stacks? Future La Homme is a mix of Dior Homme Intense and Valentino Uomo Intense. That's interesting. Jamie, I might need to try that. Wearing No Limits, Philip Plein, feeling douche. Yeah, so that's funny because I've heard really bad things about that, and I've heard really good things about it. So I honestly don't know which way to think. Maybe I'll pick it up sometime just to see. But damn, I had PayPal issues in November. Sucked. Yeah, apparently a lot of people are having it. And the thing is my password on PayPal is nuts. There's no way this person figured out my password, and I have the 2-factor authentication, so there's no way that they used that type of information. They like were able to do it that way. They had to have hacked into PayPal's system somehow and used my account that way. But PayPal denied my request. And I was like, why did you deny the request? This person bought like $800 worth of stuff and sent it to an address that I don't even live, that if you Google map it, it's in the middle of a field in Wisconsin. I was like, and they were like, okay, we'll reopen it and we'll return your money and refund your money based on the item didn't arrive. I was like, whatever you got to do, just give me my damn money back. Assad is one of my favorites now, and I want to try the other one you gave me. I see everyone talking about it lately. What other one did I give you? I know Lattafa Assad is, I just gave that away. I really, really like that fragrance. I think it is a nice alternative. While I still prefer Dior Sauvage Elixir, I think if you want a less, it's still heavy, it's still beast mode, but if you want the notes and the accords less heavy, and you want more sweetness and vanilla, and even a little bit more of like a freshness in the opening, then that's what you got to go with the Lattafa Assad, and save yourself $120. Don't forget to hit those likes. Thanks, Hez. So I'm going to try to do this again. I'm getting a Mac in the next like 6 months. Once I get a Mac, because I have a desktop and I'm not moving my desktop into my room every time that I need to do this. My desktop is facing my kitchen, which would be a horrible place to do my live. So what I'm doing is, and my laptop is a work laptop, so I can't use that for this. So with that said, I'm getting a Mac in the next 6 months. Once I do that, I'll be able to get a better mic for my lives, because I already have a better mic for my videos. But as you guys know, my blue Yeti doesn't work for my lives. So once I get a Mac, I'll get a good microphone, and I'll be able to not have to do my finger like this and put Mo's comment up on the screen. Team Boise over here, over Reserve Privé. Yep, that's how I feel too. But anyway, what I was saying is for the likes, I never ask you guys to like, and I'm never going to like stop my stream and say, hey, I'm not continuing until you hit those likes, like Ross was saying earlier. All I'm going to say is if you hit my likes, it's going to help out and get more people in here to have more conversation. So if you want to, do it. If you don't, I don't care. It's fine. What's your number one clone that you own? Detour Noir. Detour Noir is the best clone as far as getting you as close as you need to get to a fragrance. It is the closest one. I mean, Dior or Lattafa Assad is definitely up there, could be up there. But if you're talking about one that has cloned a fragrance almost in its entirety while still maintaining a decent quality, obviously the quality is not going to be as high and the bottle looks like shit. But with that said, Detour Noir is just an amazing clone. I mean, and granted, I've probably only tried 25 clones. But Detour Noir, if you like Leighton, it's great. But outside of that, that's an easy answer. This is the hard answer. I like this better than Red Tobacco. It just came on Fragrance Buy. It's Paris Corners, Wild and Tobacco. If you don't like the harsher opening from Red Tobacco that a lot of people get, and you want a more like a slightly lighter and sweeter version of Red Tobacco, this is it. Paris Corners Wild and Tobacco is phenomenal. Phenomenal. You guys, I got a decant of it from somebody. Honestly, I think it was Eddie. And it was absolutely amazing. And so I bought it immediately. Speaking of buying a decant or getting a decant from a sub or a reviewer and then buying a bottle immediately. So I was planning on just reviewing the decant that Darius from Lock D Sense. If you guys ever seen him, really nice guy. He sent me 3 decants, and one of them was of Montal's Chocolate Greedy. And I bought a bottle of it within a day of trying it. And then from there, Frag Buy, which usually takes 10 days to arrive, it arrived in 2 days. I have no idea how it did that, but it arrived in 2 days. And this is my first Montal, and it's absolutely ridiculous. This thing is lighter than a quarter. It feels like there's literally nothing in here. It feels like you picked up a can of WD-40. Like it feels like there's nothing in there. I feel like there was going to be a ball that I have to shake. But anyway, Montal's Chocolate Greedy. I have a full video coming out. Oh my God, that's so good. I don't know why Fragrantica has a 3.9 out of 5 for Montal's Chocolate Greedy, because the fragrance is amazing if you like gourmands, and the performance is stellar. I mean, the performance of it is 8 to 10 hours easy, and that's not even on close. So Montal's Chocolate Greedy, I'm not going to give away the full review, but if you want to smell like Cocoa Puffs with like vanilla milk, it's exactly what it smells like. It literally just smells in the opening. It's like a real strong chocolate in the opening for about 3 minutes. And then the vanilla just starts to come in. And it's Cocoa Puffs with vanilla. That's all you really need to know. It is fantastic. It is the most gourmand fragrance I've ever tried. So if you want to try something that you smell like somebody's going to eat you, that's exactly what you get with Chocolate Greedy. I have also tried Montal's Chocolate Violetta, and that is nowhere close. So if you've tried that and you're kind of between whether or not you want to try Chocolate Greedy because you didn't like the Violetta, I can tell you Chocolate Greedy, if you like gourmand fragrances, is amazing. I sprayed it on. My wife and daughter came home and said, "Are you cooking or are you baking cookies?" I said, "No, that's me." She goes, "You smell amazing." And I was like, "I know. It's not going to be for everybody." And even Hamzat said, he said, "It's situational for me. I don't know when I would wear it." I was like, "Shit, I'll wear this shit every time. I'll wake up every morning. I'll wear it for breakfast. I mean, I don't care. It's a really good gourmand fragrance that lasts on your skin and it projects." So I just wanted to get that out of the way. So thank you to Lock D. Congratulations, Newt. I would not mind getting clones giveaway. Sorry if I skipped anybody. Oh, what's up, Hamzat? I have Alexandria et Sauvage Elixir. Haven't tried Assad. See, I got a lot of Dua fragrances, and I hated every single one of them but one. And people were telling me that Alexandria has that same consistency as Dua, so I haven't even tried one of Alexandria's fragrances. Morning Aussie Fragrances, welcome. Ladies love Philip Line. I think you said the giveaway All Amir Oud Intense Oud Latafa. Yes, that's correct. All Amir Oud Intense Oud is supposed to be a clone of Replicas by the Fireplace, but it falls short in doing that, which I actually kind of don't mind because by the Fireplace, I don't really like that very much. And by the Fireplace is kind of like a candle to me. But whenever you have the Latafa Oud Intense Oud, it's more cloning something like Strong With You Oud, where it's like a smoky, woody sweetness. And that's exactly what you get from it. But I prefer, if I had to go with a fragrance that is in that realm, I would just go with the Stronger With You Oud. It does it much better, in my opinion. Yeah, Newt, you won the Latafa Oud Intense Oud. That's right. I wish I would have just sent you that decant with that. Save myself from shipping. Can someone help me with the like button? It's only allowing me to hit once. Thanks, Hez. Well, what up, I Smell? What up, Mike? I clicked on your comment and then I forgot to even say hi. If you guys don't know Mike from I Smell, right there, really nice guy. Been going through some shite, broke his leg, all that stuff. So make sure to go give him a follow and watch his content. It's really nice. Really good. Really nice. Really nice. It sounds like I'm giving you like a petty go over to his thing, but no. He has really, really good fragrance reviews. He does a lot of tag videos and collaborations, which it's unique because his channel is mostly that. And I like how he does that. He's more community friendly. Mike, if you want to jump on, you feel free, but I think that you're at work on Sundays, if I had to guess. You're right, Randy. Although I love Reserve Privé, I had my sister smell ADG Parfums, Mustache EDP, Le Male Les Parfums, Mercedes-Benz Club Black, and Reserve Privé, and the Givenchy ranked last. It's, I mean, again, it's not going to be for everybody. Some women might like it, and I know some women that have said, and they are good for the office. A lot of them are, not all of them. The Eau de Toilette Intense is the best for office. With that said, yeah, it's just more female, not female friendly. Speaking of wearing fragrances to the office, last night I sprayed on my YSL Eau de Toilette for the first time in probably, I'd say 3 or 4 months. How fucking good is that fragrance? YSLY EDT, the original, not the new one. The new one kind of is like a mix between the EDT and the EDP. The original, the Eau de Toilette, before it was reformulated. I don't care what the performance is like, but I sprayed it on after my shower last night. That stuff is good. I mean, it's just good. It's the best. I think it might actually be my favorite in the line as far as the smell is concerned. I mean, yes, there's the Le Parfum and the Live and stuff, but the EDT is just so good. I don't know what it is. It's just really, really good, and it dries even better. Does anybody agree with me on that one, or am I losing my mind? I need a great coffee scent. Finally got Ferragamo signature. Didn't like the first use. There's some coffee in the chocolate greedy, but it's dialed back, so I wouldn't go with that as coffee fragrances. Replica's Coffee Break. I actually really like that one. Or if you're looking for something that's more like a cappuccino vibe, actually, you want a good coffee fragrance? I don't want to break anything. Polo Red Extreme. Polo Red Extreme, while it's discontinued, you can still find it on eBay, and a lot of times you can find it on FragranceNet and stuff like that, and the prices are still under $100. Polo Red Extreme is your coffee fragrance. It's the longest lasting in the line at this point in time. We have to see what Polo Red Parfum has to offer. But with that said, Polo Red Extreme, it brings that coffee, it brings that DNA, and it's probably the best in the line. If you want something that's coffee, that's good. If you want a little bit more of a niche quality coffee, then there's an Ensign Suave, but it's like $250. I don't think I'd recommend that to anybody, even though I heard it's really good. But Mugler's Amen Ultimate, the blue version of that, is a nice cappuccino fragrance. And then again, Replica's Coffee Break is a really nice one as well. Have you tried Alhara Main's Amber Oud Rouge? It's a beast mode to the fullest. Mm-hmm. Yep. Alhara Main's Amber Oud Rouge. I had a bottle of it. I share it with my wife, and I ended up getting another one. What's funny is that a lot of people say it's a clone of Baccarat Rouge 540 Extrait, but it's actually came out as a clone of Baccarat Rouge 540 EDP. And then they released Ruby, which a lot of people are thinking that it was just made to replace Rouge. But if you smell Ruby and Rouge next to each other, Ruby has more of that almond, and it's a clone of the Elixir. And while there is some sweetness that is not in the original BR540 in the Rouge, you can tell that it's definitely an EDP clone, even though some people go way like back and forth on that one. Have you tried Evening Mike? What's up, Detroit? Even though that was from Mike. What up, Detroit? Aussie, hope all is well. What up, Mike? What up, Mike? Mike, you're just popular right now. Chris, I absolutely love. Oh, Chris, I like All Strong With You. Never tried the Oud though. The Oud is probably my second favorite. So imagine Stronger With You Intensely if you made it very woody. So you take a nice deepened dark woods in the opening, and it's supposed to have that oud in it, but it's more designer oud, and it's just a really deep dark woods, not animalic or fecal or anything like that, like people get scared of oud. And then picture that with the Stronger With You Intensely DNA in the background, but not as heavy on the vanilla. And that is exactly what Stronger With You oud is, and I really like it. Very well blended too. I almost bought Polo Red Extreme, and Chaos posted it and it's sold out. Of course, Chaos posted it and it's sold out. That's all he does. He posts things until they sell out, and then he gives away $1,000 so people follow him. EDT overlooked for sure. I'm way far behind. I think it's more appreciated when you go back because most of the blues are heavier and airy. Yeah, I agree. That's exactly how I feel about it. I just want to go back to where I was. Okay. There we go. Halloween Man X is a good coffee scent. I don't like Halloween Man X. Halloween Man X has this weird earthy quality to it. The coffee kind of feels like if you brewed coffee and you left it sit in the coffee pot, like the filter, if you left it sit in the coffee pot for like 5 hours and then you took it out and it had that kind of like old coffee smell with a little bit of an earthiness, that's what I get from it, and it gives me a headache. But I know people do like it. I might have to revisit it at some point, but I bought a bottle, I tried it for 3 days, and I said, this is not for me. And so I returned it. That was my story about it. I picked up the 125 ml of Polo Red Extreme from Macy's for 50% off, and I paid about $47 2 years ago. See, I just bought Polo Red Extreme, and it was $46 on FragranceNet, and that was probably 2 months ago. It is the strongest in the Polo lineup because it is a Parfum. The other ones are usually 4 to 5 hours max. I actually just got the Polo Red and Polo Red Eau de Parfum. The way that I go Polo, as far as my favorites, I go Polo Red Extreme, Polo Red Intense, the original, then the Eau de Parfum. Those are the way that my work. I don't like the Polo Red Eau de Parfum very much. I mean, it's okay. It's just I don't get the same feeling from the other ones that I get. Mustache EDP has been one of my only blind, been my one and only blind buy fragrance. I pretty much blind buy all of my fragrances, and likely my last. I learned my lesson. Well, that's good. I mean, as long as you learned your lesson. Cognac Cafe is also, yeah, I was actually going to mention that, Hamzat. That's why I paused for a second. But Cognac Cafe is now sold out. You can't buy it anywhere unless you go on eBay, which people are way overselling that. Roja Elysium delivered, but I got to go pick it up from my cousin's home. Who else got their bottle in? Mine's going to be here tomorrow, Hamzat. So if you guys missed it, I feel really bad for you because Roja Dove Elysium, the regular one, not the Parfum Pour Homme, it was on Fragrance Lord for $175 for the large bottle full presentation. It was literally the best deal that you could find on Elysium ever. And so I was in a text message group with a couple people, including Hamzat, and we ended up, I think like 3 of the 4 of us bought it, and then I posted it, and I had like 10 other people buy it. It was one of the best deals that you'll find for probably a top 5 fragrance, no matter if you're talking about niche or designer. Elysium is up there. Yeah. What are some of the great citrus fragrances under $50? If you want a really unique clone, this is unique. So I would say go with something like, well, you could obviously go with like Dolce & Gabbana's Light Blue Eau Intense. Light Blue Eau Intense is centered around citrus. It's a beast mode, well, for the first like 2 hours, but it activates in the heat. It's one of my favorite, if not my favorite, fragrance for the spring and summer. It's centered around citrus. It's really, really good. You could also go with Afnan Tarathi Blue, which is grapefruit musk, and it's not like rindy or anything like that. It's very heavy citrus, and that is a clone of Bulgari's Tiger. So if you want like a really expensive fragrance for cheap, Afnan Tarathi Blue is a really nice one. I actually just saw, speaking of the YSLY line, the original, the Eau de Toilette, was at Saks for $42. So that one would be a decent pickup as well. Other citrus ones, if you want like a unique one, you could go with like Lacoste Blanc. That one's unique. It's a citrus musky fragrance, or pretty much any of the Blancs you can find for $50, under $50. Obviously, you have like your more woody version of it, which is Mont Blanc Explorer, which you can get for down to $20, depending on the size that you're getting. But yeah, those are some good ones, I would say, under $50. Rasasi Hawass, is that a question, Dylan? That's not a citrus fragrance, if that's what you're saying. Rasasi Hawass is plum. That's watery notes and plum with woods and musk. So if that's what you're saying, Dylan, yeah, that's definitely not it. I think I missed some since I went on a tangent there. Halloween Man X to me is more whiskey smell. I don't get any whiskey from that Sun Devil. My resources at YSL told me they would consider releasing a brand new fragrance That's funny, Hez. Were you watching Ross's live yesterday? So I was on Ross's birthday live yesterday. If you guys don't know, he's TLTG. And as I was on there, Jeff from SoCal Sense texted me and said, I was just at the mall. One of my reps told me there is a new YSL fragrance that is coming out in February. They didn't tell him if it's L'Homme, LNDL, or Y. My guess is it's going to be one of the ones that has 36 flankers in it. So a lone flanker probably. They just released the lone flanker was their last one, the EDP. And so my guess is this one's going to be an LNDL unless they do YSL Elixir or a new line. That's the only thing I can think is YSL Elixir, which I don't actually think they need, but I would accept it because their line has just got better over time. You can't really say I wouldn't accept an Elixir from one of the top 3 blue fragrances out there. With that said, I would say I would prefer a new line. I do not want another L'Homme or LNDL flanker. Sorry, I don't. I mean, but you never know. They'll release it and I might love it. Haramain's Amber Oud Rouge is nearly the same as their Orientica Amber Rouge. Yeah, and it's also the same as their Detour Rouge, which I've tried, which is very similar to that as well, and much more expensive. Elysium has one of my favorite openings of any fragrance. It has one of my favorite fragrances of any fragrance, dry down or opening for me. What are some great citrus fragrances? Oh, I already answered that. Sorry. I'm just trying to put your comments on the screen. This is the first time I've done it. What up, Scott? It seems that the YouTube influencers are pushing Paris Corners as this year's Lattafa House hype from Dubai. Yeah, they just, not they. I was going to talk about Afnan for a second. But Paris Corner, this was the Hold on. All right. Give me 1 second, guys, because I have my daughter's phone that I'm streaming from, and her uncle keeps calling, so I need to go tell him to stop calling. Can you tell your brother to stop calling? Halen. All right, 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, I'm using my daughter's phone to stream here, and so her uncle keeps calling, and every time he calls, my stream crashes. I just need to get a damn laptop. But right now, I just don't want to get a new laptop. I need to get a new water heater, and I need to get a new air conditioner. So I'm pretty sure that's low on the list of what I need to buy right now. What I was going to say, though, Shave-a-thon, is that Afnan just contacted me because they saw my video that I did of the top 10 clones in my collection. And they said, hey, we saw you reviewed a decant of Supremacy and Oud. We saw you reviewed Afnan 9 p.m. Would you want to receive our portfolio of fragrances to review as you please? And I said, I mean, shit, why not? I was like, as long as you're cool with me being authentic about my reviews, I'm fine with that. They were like, oh, yeah, we don't care. We've already seen you review that one in the Supremacy and Oud on your live the other night. And so we'd be happy to. And I was like, all right, cool. They were like, we're from the UAE, United Arab. I don't know how to say that, but the UAE is the Middle East over that way. And they said it might take about 6 weeks, but they're sending me a bunch of stuff. Apparently, I don't know exactly what it is, but I'm sorry about that. I'm way far behind up here on this list. Afnan Rare Carbon is a gem also. I was actually hearing that. Newt said that he really likes that fragrance. And it's like a leather, I guess. And you guys know I'm not a huge fan of leather fragrances. But I'd be really excited to try it. Emirates. Yeah, I know they have I watch international soccer and they talk about Fly Emirates, and I can still never say it. It's really hard for me to say. I don't know why, but it's the United Arab. See, exactly. I love both, but Supremacy and Oud is better. Supremacy and Oud, for those who don't know, is a clone of Initio's Oud for Greatness. And there's a lot of those clones out there. I've tried 3, and it is by far the best clone of Initio Oud for Greatness, hands down. I absolutely love it. All right, so let's get into other fragrances. The reason that I was having this live, by the way, even though it is Sunday, I do lives every Sunday. I need to thank Ben, one of my subscribers. He sent me 3 different fragrances. One that you guys just saw me review by GentSense. This one is Blue Ridge. And so I just reviewed it. If you guys didn't see the review, please go follow and subscribe, and then also like and comment on that video if you want. So I'll just tell you a little bit about this since there is a review on it. So when you first sprayed on, I was like, Blue Ridge. So this is supposed to be about Blue Ridge Mountains. So I get the airiness. It's super airy. It's super fresh. It's ozonic, and it's very citric. In the opening, it doesn't feel like a blue fragrance. There's not much aromatics or woods or anything that you would suspect would be in a blue fragrance. And Blue Ridge, I expected to be a blue fragrance. But it's citrus, it's airy, it's ozonic. But about 3 to 5 minutes into the fragrance, it starts to calm down that citrus. And all of a sudden, you get a bunch of aromatics coming in. And then it starts to turn into, and I would say maybe 60% of YSL Y Eau de Parfum. It's not as strong, doesn't have that headachy vibe. It still does push out very nicely. You get about 7 hours of performance from it. It's not worth $140 in my opinion, and it does have a bit of a harshness in the opening. With that said, as you get to the dry down, it's a very blue fragrance. It's woody. It has a sandalwood, like a creamy sandalwood in there, mixed together with aromatics, some of that citrus in the background, and almost like a slight bit of fruitiness from the black currant. It's actually quite nice. It's just I would not buy it at the $140 mark, in my opinion. I would just go and buy YSL Y because it is in the same ballpark. It feels like a little bit smoother of a YSL Y EDP, but at that, I mean, again, it's not exact. It's a little bit more unique. He did a good job with it. It wasn't what I was expecting from him. But Blue Ridge, I should probably try Terra Nova, which is his other one he released. It sounds interesting, but that one seems more masculine and not as appealing as what I would liked. This one is good. It would be good to wear in the spring and summer. Make sure you guys are hitting that like so we can get some more viewers in here. We just dropped down from 32 to 20, but I also just could be boring, so whatever. The next one is Amouage Reflection Man. So I've been wanting to try Amouages for quite some time, and you guys know that I haven't tried any of them. And then all of a sudden, in a 3-day period, I got Amouage Beach Hut Man. I got Amouage Reflection Man, both from Ben, who you guys would know as Arnold P. I don't think he's even in this chat right now. But then we have the last one, which is Jubilation 25. So I'm going to tell you guys about those 3 right now. This is the first time I've ever actually smelled Reflection Man. The only one of these 3 that I've tried is Amouage Beach Hut. So Reflection. This is interesting. I don't like it. It's sweet, but it smells like the thing that it almost smells like grape soda. Does anybody else get that vibe? Like a grape soda or something from Jubilation Man? It's powdery for sure. There's like a powderiness nature to it, but I mean, it's not bad. It smells decent. It's just, I don't know. Maybe I just need to let it dry for a second. It just smells like a grape soda or something. I honestly don't know. It just, yeah, it's getting better. It almost smells like a sweetheart. Yeah, it's definitely getting better. I think it was just the opening couple seconds that I didn't want to smell. There's Arnold P. Ben, thank you so much for sending that to me. But he's the one who sent me those. And so that is Amouage Reflection Man. I honestly, I want to see if there's grape or something in this. Give me 1 second. Reflection Man. All right. Woody white floral aromatic powdery. And the notes. It's definitely powdery, but rosemary, pink pepper, petitgrain, jasmine, neroli, orris root, lang lang, Sandalwood, vetiver, cedar, and patchouli. I get grape soda. It's good though. It smells like literally like, I don't know, are these notes right? Amouage Reflection Man doesn't say anything about a sweetness, but literally I think that this smells like I hate white florals. You guys know I hate white florals. And maybe it's just the mixture of the florals with the lang lang. I don't know what it is, but it kind of smells like a sweet tart or a like a grape soda powdery sweet tart. I've never been this confused about a fragrance before. People compare it to Le Male. I can see the sweetness undertone. It's that powdery old-fashioned sweetness that you get from Le Male, but it doesn't smell anything like it. I can see what they're saying though. That was from Hamzat. And thank you. Yes. Sorry if you didn't want me to say your name was Ben, but I didn't say your full name. And let's see if it dries down to something different. But honestly, in the opening, I've seen a Reflection Man review where they did mention sweetness. It doesn't make any sense to me because, again, I just read you everything. And if you even look at the pictures here, the only thing that would resemble any type of sweetness on there would be the lang lang and maybe the creamy sandalwood. That's the only thing that could possibly be there. But neroli isn't sweet. Rosemary is definitely not sweet. Pepper is pepper. Petitgrain, I don't know what that smells like. Maybe that's it. Jasmine, no, that's white florals. But overall, it smells like a kind of like an herbal sweet tart. Now it's getting a little bit more herbal. So let me just let that dry down and get on to the next one, which I already can tell you, this was not what I was expecting. This was the one that I was most interested to get. He gave me a list of different Amouages to send to me. And I said, give me a second. I know Lock D was sending me an Amouage. I don't know what he's sending me. And then I got back to him and I said, I really want to try Beach Hut. And so this is Amouage Beach Hut Man. This is Amouage Beach Hut Man. And honestly, if you think of Beach Hut, you probably think of like tropicals, tropical fruit, tropical like airiness, sea saltiness, melon, maybe woods because it's a beach hut. But this is more like a grassy mint hut. Like if there was a hut made of mint and herbs, that's what Newt, there it is. Oh, wait, let me read that first. If having to choose to buy one, which would you get? Mancera's Black Gold or Memo African Leather? I haven't tried either, so I can't help you. I'm really sorry, Armando. I own 5 or 6 Manceras, and I know I was sent a bunch of them by Hamzat, but I did not try Black Gold. And African Leather, I would never try because I do not like leather fragrances. So anyway, yeah, rum and coconut is exactly what I was thinking that you would get from this. But when you spray this on, it's green, it's aromatic, it's fresh, it's woody, it's mint, it's mossy, it's like woods. It's minty and mossy and woods and slightly herbal. I know you were saying you get coconut from this, and I do get coconut in the dry down or like some kind of sweetness. It doesn't actually feel like coconut to me, but this is super minty. It's super minty. It's super green. It's super aromatic. It is not exactly what I was expecting. It also feels slightly like a dated fragrance to me. Newt said it was Amouage Grass Hut. And I said, yeah, that's exactly what it is. It feels like it should be Grass Hut because it's super green. It's super aromatic. And literally, it's just minty, super minty. And yes, it does dry down and that mint does dissipate a bit. And you get some sweetness coming in there. But I was really excited to try this. And I'll probably still wear it in the spring because it would be a decent spring fragrance. It's just I wouldn't pay $200 and some odd or whatever, $300 for an Amouage. I wouldn't for that one. So now we're going into the third one. Let me see if this one's changed. It has. It's still very linear though. All right, I'm gonna let that dry. That was only like 5 minutes, so I'm gonna let that dry a little bit more. Amouage Grass Hut. Yes, there is, but the lavender and fragrance is strong. Yeah. Hold on. This one is Jubilation 25. This is the one that I wanted to try first from all of the, just because I heard so much stuff about it. That's actually good. Nothing startling. It's ambery. It's sweet. It has like a balsamic spice to it. And when I say that, it's like it has like a balsam, like almost like a balsam fir or something mixed together. It has this like balsamic feel to it. And there's like a spice, like a warm spice to it. Yeah, I actually kind of like this. It's definitely amber centric. It has a fruitiness to it, but a unique fruitiness that you don't really smell in fragrances. Some kind of like a cherry or a berry, or well, it's not cherry because I have a lot of cherry fragrances. Then there's maybe like a little bit of a citrus note to it, but overall it's a sweeter kind of fruity, spicy woods, resinous amber. I actually kind of like that. Give me a second with the Jubilation 25. I'm going to let that dry down too. Let's see what you guys are saying. Sorry, I was trying to smell some fragrances. I was wasting a little bit of time. What up, Alan? Neroli can be sweet. Neroli can be sweet, but I've smelled a lot of different Neroli fragrances, and that's not Neroli. It literally smells like a sweet tart or grape soda to me. So maybe this is just one that I get something different. It still smells that way to me. It doesn't smell florally to me. It smells like an aromatic sweetness. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's my nose. Well, I mean, that's stupid to say because I've smelled a bunch, but I don't know. I don't know about that. It smells good. It's just, I don't know what to think about it. It's not something that I know I would spend the money on. Yeah, Mo, I don't know what I'm getting from it. It's very weird because I just looked up the notes and it makes no sense, at least to me. But I mean, what it is, I get a lot of ivy from it. So I don't even know what ivy smells like. I mean, there is like a green aromatic tinge to it. Don't get me wrong. It smells very similar to a fragrance that my wife just got. Well, I got it from Killian. They sent it to me from TikTok. It is a women's fragrance. It's called Killian's Love Don't Be Shy. And it has like this grape soda vibe. And that smells very similar to it. And whenever what's funny is that my wife just grabbed the tester and said the same thing. She said it smells like grape soda. So it's not just me. I don't know what it is. I honestly have no idea. She said it smells just like the Love Don't Be Shy. Yeah. Let me just get back to it. I don't want to keep this live because I'm confused. All right. Sorry, let's get through some comments that I missed while I was doing that. I've been told Amouage doesn't really do fresh smelling fragrances and based off some reviews. So far, and again, I really appreciate it, Ben. Thank you so much. When I get some decants in, I will definitely hit you up and we'll get you something back. So thank you very much for sending that to me and to Lock D. With that said, so far, Amouage does not seem to be my jam. Beach Hut, I can see myself wearing. It reminds me a little bit of Greenlee. Hold on. It reminds me a little bit of Greenlee if you added mint. It's a very spring-centric type fragrance. The only one out of these three that I could see myself wearing is Jubilation, like on a daily basis maybe, is Jubilation 25. But again, I don't know if that's something that I would pick up. And it's dissipating very, 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 very quickly off that tester. Is there performance issues with Jubilation 25? Does anybody in here try or have Jubilation 25 to know if there is performance issues? Because I know this is just a tester, but usually they can give you a good idea as to what is in something or how it's going to last. So Another grapes that people get, which I don't get at all, is Most Wanted, the Most Wanted Eau de Parfum Intense. And a lot of people say that they get grape soda from that. And I'm just like, you nuts. But now I feel like I'm the nuts one. But I mean, I guess it's one of those ones that you might have to just try again. Try again. What's up, Alan? I think I already said that, though. I'm losing my mind. A lot of people get grape soda from Dunhill Icon and Most Wanted Parfum. Yeah, exactly, Mo. When I first tried I already said that. Negative Ghost Rider on that. Amouage Royal Tobacco is the only frag I've tried from them so far. I've had issues with the grape, unintentional grape note with benzoin. Well, it doesn't seem like there is no benzoin in this one. So I want to try Royal Tobacco with the Twisted Lily is currently. I think I need to look on Amouage's website, go through fragrance by fragrance, look at the notes, and see which ones I think would be more my style. Because I can tell you, if I would have actually looked up the notes for any of these, I probably would not have asked them for Beach Hut or I probably would have just because of the stuff that's in it. Maybe that would have been the one. And Jubilation 25, I've always wanted to try. So that one I would have wanted to try. But I can tell you, if I would have looked up the notes for the, what's the last one? Reflection Man, I probably wouldn't have wanted to try that one. It just doesn't seem like it's up my aisle based on the note breakdown. But with that said, it's still grape soda for me. It's so weird. It literally smells the same from opening until right now. We're 15 minutes in and it smells the same. And it smells like an aromatic grape soda to me. I don't know. Benzoin mixed with ISOE Super, that is. Oh, that might do it. I could see that. Dude, no issues from my end. I actually hated Jubilation 25. It smells very churchy with incense. It's fruity, it's smoky, and woody now. So there's like a cinnamon orange myrrh mixture here. Correct me if I'm wrong. My nose is everywhere today, but what I'm getting from this is a smoky cinnamon amber myrrh fruitiness, almost like an orange. And you shouldn't have said that, Hamza, because now I get freaking church vibes from it. So I appreciate it now. It smells like royalty. I can smell the blueberry note. I always wanted a blueberry fragrance. And don't nobody put in the chat Bond number 9, Bleecker Street, because that shit smells like grass. But Hamza, you should not have said that. Because now all I can smell with that is a church. Fucking asshole. Smell some coffee and reset your nose. See, I can't even read now. That's all me, Paul. Mine is Windwood. Sorry for typing, just getting attacked by my son. Hey, it's no problem. I didn't even notice. So is PDM the safest niche house? Yes. PDM PDM is the safest niche house. If you're looking for something, if you're talking about safe, a lot of companies, they have very safe fragrances, and then they have ones that are a lot harder and more niche style. Like you can find probably 5 or 10 that are more mass appealing, more designer, like in the MFK line. You can find 5 or 10 creeds that are like that. But I would say Parfums de Marly is the one that is supposed to be the most designer-like in the niche community with a niche blend. Parfums de Marly is by far my favorite niche house. I mean, it's not even close. I mean, some of my favorite fragrances are Herod, Leighton, Wajan, Sedley, Percival, Greenlee. They have a line that it still has niche quality to it, but then they also have ones like Cologne and stuff like that that are way more down the lane of niche that would not necessarily be safe. But if you're looking at Leighton and you're looking at Herod and stuff like that, then yes, it is the safest niche house. You also could be, if you went a little bit further down, I would say something maybe like Montals or Mancera's would also be very safe to go with because they rely a lot on synthetics in their fragrances. I don't know. It's difficult. It's fragrance. It's like kind of based on each bottle. So if you have Percival, that's hella designer inspired. But again, if you have Cologne, that is not even close to designer inspired. And so it really depends on which fragrance that you're looking at. And overall, I would just say Parfums de Marly is probably really safe. If you're just going by the ones that people review a lot, yes. You referenced ZAHAROFF Herba Pura in your recent clone video. Is it worth checking out? If you like the fruit punch, super musky, heavy fragrances, yes. It revolves around a bunch of tropical vibe notes. While the clones rely more, they take that tropical punch that you get from the ZAHAROFF Herba Pura, and they make it more synthetic and more centered around pineapple, which ZAHAROFF Herba Pura does, but it is more on the fruitier aspect than just pineapple. If you try All Haramains or Armoffs, they're more centered around pineapple and musk. But ZAHAROFF Herba Pura, I have tried that. I think it's worth testing. It's not worth a blind buy. If you like that, it's really heavy on the musk. It's not animalic or anything, but it's super musky. And the Amber Oud Gold Edition is one, if you spray it on twice, it's going to have projection and longevity of something like Dior Sauvage Elixir. It's super freaking strong. But it's good in the spring and summer for sure. It's not like in my top 10 or 15 or 20 or anything, but it's definitely something that if you like collecting, I would definitely check it out. It's the best way to put it is just fruit punchy and musk. That's the best way to put that type of fragrance. I love that original Chanel Allure. That was the next one on my list. Well, let's see who said that. I don't like it on the phone here because it's really hard to see everything. Yeah, I'm not even worrying about that right now. So anyway, Chanel Allure Homme. This is the Eau de Toilette. I passed this up for like 20 freaking years. And I don't know why I did. This was my thinking, and let me know in the chat if any of you guys have had this thought too. When you see something that's 30 years old, I don't know how old this is. I'm guessing it's probably 25 or 30 years old. You automatically just walk by it and just think that it's going to be dated. And so while I have sat in front of this and probably tried it every once in a while after spraying 20 or 30 fragrances, trying all the Bleu de Chanels, the Allure Homme Sport Eau Extremes, all of them. I don't remember even trying this one until about a week ago, which has Parfums kind of helped me out by buying this for me. But with that said, I tried this in Sephora the other day. Me and my daughter were just like, wow. And so I sprayed it on and I was like, I don't know why I didn't buy this already, because it has better performance than Allure Homme Sport. It has better performance than Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme. It has better performance than Edition Blanche. For an Eau de Toilette, it lasts about 7 hours. It is kind of like a mixture. If you took the best parts of Allure Homme Eau Extreme, like the vanilla and sandalwood, and you mix it together with that musky lemon that you get from Edition Blanche, and you put them together and you sprinkled in some peach, that is exactly what you get with this, and a little bit of a white floral only in the transition. It's citrus, it's vanilla, it's creamy, it is slightly woody, it's fruity, it is really freaking good. And it's probably the most versatile in the line. And I'm telling you, if you guys haven't tried this, you need to go out and try the original Allure Homme. It's freaking amazing. It's literally, it's amazing. And yes, that's exactly it, Juice. It looks plain. And so I figured the fragrance inside it would be plain. It just looks like something like an Eau Sauvage or something like that I just wouldn't be interested in. So I automatically put it in that category of do not try, do not pick up. And it's a timeless fragrance. It does not have any dated feel to it at all. It literally is just, it's unique in its own right, but it has pieces of every other one in the line. I think it smells the most like Allure Homme Edition Blanche without that lemon cream pie feeling, adding in some peach, a little bit more of a woodiness, and a way better projection. That's the best way that I can put the original Allure Homme. I am so sad that I didn't try it until now. Ralph Lauren Purple Label. Sorry if I'm skipping your comments. I'm doing really bad with that tonight. I'm usually, whenever I first started my channel, I was really bad with it. And I remember Hamzat, when I first talked to him, I said, is there anything I can do to update my lives, to change my lives? And he said to me, you know what? The only thing I would say is that you need to not skip as many comments, just constructive criticism. And I said, all right. I think that was actually, maybe that was Mo. I don't know. But either way, I've been better at it. It's just tonight I'm all over the place. Reason I pay, yeah. I tried Allure Homme before, but I don't remember it at all. Same thing, Alan. I think I tried it twice or 3 times while I was at the mall. You live right next to me, so you know the setup at the mall. They have the 3 Bleu de Chanels, and then they have the 5 ones. And so, yeah. So this one, you just said Missoni Wave. It kind of reminds me, if you took the performance of Wave and mixed that DNA with something like Edition Blanche, it's fragrance. It's really that out. Which is smoother, Versace Pour Homme or Missoni Wave? Missoni Wave to me is the best one out of the 3, to be honest with you. I like Missoni Wave better than Allure Homme Sport, and I like it better than Versace Pour Homme. So as far as the smoothness, I would say they're probably on the same level. I wouldn't say one is smoother than the other. I would just say I think Missoni Wave at that price point and the performance, it's the best one out of the 3. Don't think it was me. Sounds like more like an asshole. No, I was actually, I know you're joking, but I was asking because I wanted to know, I wanted to build my channel and make it better for you guys. And so I didn't know what the best way to do it. And still to this day, as you guys know, I figured other things out, but because I'm limited to just a phone, I don't have a laptop that I can stream with at this point in time, because I have administrative rights on my laptop. I have issues trying to figure out how to get the mic to work better, because right now is not the sound that you guys want to hear. I already can know that. It sounds okay, but it could be better. And so I need to get a laptop for that to happen. Elijah, 1 second. I want to make sure I didn't miss what you said. Elijah Castillo. Oh, I didn't see you say anything else. Maybe I missed it. A phone is just fine. The sound is good too. Thanks, Armando. I appreciate it. But anyway, so with that said, did I get all of the fragrances that I was going to review? Amouage. Let's go back to the fragrances and see if they changed. Grape soda. So I actually kind of like Jubilation. Jubilation does not smell too churchy to me, like Hamzat was saying. To me, it's just a fruity, smoky, woody fragrance. And now that we got to the dry down, it is more smoky and woody than anything. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's worth a pickup, in my opinion, though. How is the performance on YSL Y EDP nowadays? 8 to 10 hours. And if you spray it on clothes, obviously you get more. I don't understand. A lot of people come to my comments, and I'm not negative. They always say, I only got 2 hours on, let's say, I forget what they said the other day. It was Versace Hawass. They said, I only get 2 hours with Versace Hawass. I said, well, that's crazy, because that is either a fake fragrance or something, because that's an 8-hour fragrance. And so I said, do you spray on your clothes? And he goes, no, why would I do that? And I said, well, it is the winter. And so I can spray here. I can't spray on my wrist because it would be underneath my clothes. And so unless you're working with something that has red fluid, then your best bet is just to spray it on your clothes, unless you're wearing something like a white hoodie or something. And it's just going to make it last longer. If you have a fragrance like Tommy Bahama Set Sail St. Bart's that only lasts 45 minutes, and you spray it on clothes, it's still going to last 5 hours because you sprayed it on a fabric and it's seeping into the fabric. You could also go anosmic to it if you don't know what that means. if you spray on a fragrance and it dissipates 4 hours later, and then you go hug your wife and she says it smells great, then you might have just gone anosmic to it, which means that you have it in your nose so much that now it has just become a normal smell for you, and you don't think you could smell it anymore while other people can. And so that just could be your issue. Or you might also have an issue with moisturizing, which I don't want to go too heavy into because that's not really that big of a deal. But if you moisturize right before you spray your cologne on, it will not seep into your skin as easy. PDM is in a league of their own. I 100% agree. So up there, which you guys can't see in the screen, I have Harrod, Ojan, Sedley. Down there, I have Percival and Greenlee. Other ones that I am planning to pick up, Hobdon. They're not ones that you can just pick them all up at one time. I'm getting Hobdon. There's no other freshies that I'm interested in. I think that's all I need. I don't think there's any other fragrances from PDM that I really think are worth a pickup. I don't like Godolphin. I haven't tried. Maybe it was Godolphin I didn't try. And then Galloway, I haven't tried either. So I need to try those, but they don't seem like they're more something that I would like, but I'm still going to try them. Use non-scented. What I use is what soap I use is Dove. Dove, that body wash is literally, it's semi-scented, but not really. It also leaves your skin moisturized, and it is literally the best body wash you can use for fragrances. Greenlee versus, I missed one. Looking for feedback. Anyone try Bentley Black Edition? If you can help out Mo, let him know, because I only have 2 Bentleys, and that's not any of them. Greenlee versus Sedley. Which one do you like more? Sedley. Greenlee is great for the spring. It definitely is. And I think it lasts the longest of all of them. But Sedley, to me, is just something different. I prefer Percival. I think Percival is the best of the 3. But the issue with Percival is that it smells too much like other fragrances that are out there, like Mont Blanc Legend and Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce, that people might think that you're wearing those, even though it is much better blend. It lasts longer than those. It smells better. It's just so similar to those ones that people might think that you're wearing those. With that said, I prefer to wear Sedley because that lemon and aromatics, it does something different for me, and my wife really likes it. So I would go with Sedley, but you can't go wrong with any of those 3. And you can find most of them on Joma Shop or Aura Fragrance. Depending on what time you're looking during the year, a 4.2 ounce can be $130 or less. And those are definitely, all 3 of them are worth that price. So now that we have 33 people in here, I want to remind you that next Sunday, we might do it on Saturday. I'll keep you guys posted on the community tab. I want to say this person right here on the chat, Hez Binkowitz, he created his fragrance line, hezparfums.com, and he created the fragrance Bourbon Street, which I reviewed. Again, it's like if Strung With You, and absolutely, an angel share, pieces of them had a baby, and that baby drank bourbon, and it was a little bit more unique than just that. It's not like a clone or inspired by, but with that said, it has feelings of all of those fragrances. Put them together, really nice fragrance. And he gave me 2 extra bottles and 7 5-milliliter decants. So next Sunday is going to be based around doing giveaways of his bottle. If you guys want to see what his fragrances are all about, go to hezparfums.com. Use use code FragDoud20. Or why am I messing up? I got a donation, so I was really excited. Woo! Thank you, Detroit sports fan. Thank you for all you do. I really appreciate that. That's really, really nice. I appreciate that. It's nice to know that some people do appreciate you. With that said, it's hezparfums.com, and it's FragDoud, DOUD 15 for 15% off. And then he also sells the decants. It's really good. It's not what you would expect. The performance is nice. I have a full video on it. Go check it out. And there's a certain reviewer that should be getting a hold of it soon. So hopefully we get some more attention to that line because it deserves it. Detroit sports fan, I'm going to put your thing back up on the screen now that I know how. It doesn't let you put that up on the screen. Oh, yes, it does. There we go. Thank you, Detroit sports fan, for the $20 donation. That's the first donation I've had in a while outside of Newt's $4.99. So I really, really appreciate it. You guys, just to let you know, you always can do super chat, super stickers. I always accept them, and well, obviously I accept them, and they just go right back into the channel. For instance, for me talking about Hez's line, he sent me like a little gift bag, and I put it right back towards the fragrances that I bought for this video. So I just want to let you guys know that you guys are amazing, some of the best subscribers out there. And yeah, Detroit sports fan is a freaking stud. So, fragrance discounted with the best price for those in the USA. Zad, what are you talking about? For the Hez Parfums? Because Hez Parfums is it's a subscriber made fragrance. So I don't want to put it that way because it almost makes it sound cheap, and it doesn't really support it how I want to. So it is an indie fragrance, which is somebody who creates it that doesn't create anything else, and they're not as well known. He's a starter company, and he made his own fragrance, and it is amazing. So the best fragrance discounter with the best price in the USA for him is hezparfums.com, if that's what you're talking about. I did a video on it, so you can also get the link from there. I haven't done the video in a bit, but when I get back to it, I'll fully plan on doing a Bourbon Street video. Maybe you can come over and we can do it together, or I can come over to your house and we can do a Hez Parfums Bourbon Street edition video. Because I do live down the street from you, and we keep talking about it. And my wife doesn't want me to have anybody to the house because, as you know, I live in a condo, and right now we're renovating the family room where I do most of my videos. So it would either have to be at your house or in a couple months. My pleasure, and thank you. I really appreciate it, Detroit sports fans. Seriously. I wish I could say your actual name because it would be easier instead of saying Detroit sports fan all the time. I feel like I'm not doing you the pleasure. Ooh, collab. Yeah, Alan, I always say he lives down the street from me, but technically it's like 5 minutes away. He lives in Bethel Park. I live in South Park. We're kind of just like here. Yeah, don't say subscriber made. Yeah, subscriber made indie. I should just say indie. I always say subscriber made because I want them to know at the same time that one of my subscribers actually made this, and I feel proud of him for doing so. But at the same time, to me, it cheapens it. So I need to say indie. It's a great indie house, a great starter indie house. So that's the way I'm going to refer to you for now on. Camp Poets of Berlin sounds like something super classy or out there. I don't know what you just said, Mo. Cam Poets of Berlin sounds like something super classy or out there. Still don't know what you said. But with that said, I ain't closing down my stream yet. I don't feel like it. So if you guys want to stay, we can hang out. We can stay. An indie house from a subscriber. Yeah, that still sounds the same to me. I mean, I'm trying to get the word subscriber out of there because technically he wasn't even a subscriber when he was making the fragrances. So it's not like he made the fragrance for my channel. I just need to smell this again. Oh my God, it's so good. If you like gourmands and you like the smell of like vanilla and chocolate, I hate the smell of, I hate chocolate. Like I do not like chocolate. Me and my daughter both hate chocolate. I can eat chocolate when it has like peanut butter or something in it, but I don't like chocolate by itself, never have. And I don't even care for the smell of it, but this smells so freaking good. It's like Cocoa Puffs and vanilla. It's just so good. And it has a little bit of a coffee vibe in the background. And it's so good. I have a review for that coming out this week. You can say it if you like. There are more than just one of us with a name here, so I don't want to confuse it. No, I totally get it. Did you actually put your name in there, though? No. I like busy frags. Look forward to the review. Chris, are we talking about the review for this one? Because I already did the review for it. The review for Bourbon Street already came out probably a week ago or 2 weeks ago, maybe. So definitely go check that out. It's going to be good. And hopefully there's another reviewer that's going to be coming out with it soon. So anyway, I'm trying to get ahead of the game right now, because if you guys don't know, I'll be open and honest with you. There is, in February 1st, monetization is finally starting to hit on shorts. And so I don't know how they're going to be doing the ads on shorts, but you're going to start seeing shorts that have probably ads in the corner, or maybe 5-second ads for shorts. I honestly don't know how it's going to work, but they're paying people a bunch of money if you do a bunch of shorts and get a certain amount of views. And so you're going to start seeing everybody posting a lot. And so I just posted the next 2 weeks worth of videos right before I started my stream. And so I know that I have with the 1 million Royal that's coming out, I have a video coming out. It's a 1 million buying guide that includes all of the 1 millions up to date as of right now, as well as a few discontinued ones. I also have a review of Wild and Tobacco. I also have a review of this one. I also have a review, thanks to Mo. Mo came up with the idea for me to do a top 5 fragrances that surprised me. And so while that was kind of vague, my way of thinking was fragrances that surprised me either by I hated them at first and then they grew on me to the point where I was like shocked that I now love them, or ones that I got and I was like, wow, I did not expect for it to smell like that. And so I have top 5 that are like that in my collection. And then I also have, I do this every 2 months, my top 5 most worn fragrances right now. And so those are going to be coming out soon, as well as a bunch of other videos. I'll be doing another 25 and 5 coming up soon as well. And you are correct. Girls do love 1 Million Lucky. My wife, it's one of her favorites. I even think the original 1 Million is still really good. And you know what's crazy? The other day, so again, I don't always post all of my scents of the day because I wear about 2 or 3 every day. 1 Million Lucky I wore the other night, and then I sprayed by accident because I had to change my hoodie. I sprayed the original 1 Million because I wasn't looking at what bottle I grabbed. And so I mixed the 2 of them. And I was like, wow. So if you have 1 Million Lucky and the original 1 Million, spray 1 to 1 and thank me later because it smells freaking amazing. And then, yeah, the person before and after the shorts gets money, I think. The person before and after the short gets the money, I think. Oh, I don't know what that is. All I know is that there's going to be a lot of shorts coming out. And so I posted the next 2 weeks worth of videos so that over the next 3 days, I could actually concentrate on making shorts and posting them over the next 2 months so that I don't actually have to put in as much work and do it. So I'm trying to get them all done at once. Is Invictus Victory Elixir out yet? I love that bottle. Right now it's out in Europe. I do have to say, I told you that my Macy's about a month ago told me that they were coming out between the 23rd, the week of the 23rd. So we're very, very close to that date. And my daughter went to the mall yesterday and took a picture of all of the displays that we saw at Macy's about 3 days ago. And they are all taken down. Every single display of Paco Rabanne, Caroline Herrera, and Ralph Lauren's Polo, they're all completely taken down. And so I would expect within the next 7 to 10 days that you're going to get Bad Boy Extreme and Invictus Victory Elixir in the United States. And then we also have a new YSL coming out in February. We have the Valentino coming out in February, the Givenchy coming out in February, couple other ones, Paco Rabanne's 1 Million Royal coming out in February. But I would expect the Invictus Victory Elixir to be out the soonest. There's already a review from some guy. Apparently he's from like Europe or somewhere, but I've been checking News Parfums and they did not come on there. And so now that we're close to the date of release, even if it came on News Parfums tonight, I still wouldn't buy it because they wouldn't be here in time. So yeah, Aura is my before and after the ad. Yeah, I that's probably right, Alan. Aura is my favorite or is my go-to. Aura is the best place to go to if you want introductory niche. So if you want something like a Parfums de Marly or an Initio or a Juliet Has a Gun, that's the place to go to because they always have the best prices. They're like a mom and pop shop out of Houston, I believe, and they have really, really good deals. Like I got Harrod. Harrod's like 150 or 160. It's a really good site. Aura used to suck. About 3 years ago, they sold me like 3 different fragrances that I thought were fake. And they were damaged and everything. So I stopped using them. But then Hamzat put me right back onto it. But yeah, so it's definitely a really good site for sure. With that said, I'm probably going to end the stream in about 5 minutes. So make sure that you guys hit the like. Go watch any of my videos that are coming out. We're going to be doing a giveaway again next week of the Bourbon Street. I have my giveaway from last week that I still need to send out. But again, I had that PayPal catastrophe. So yeah, you can confirm that. That Aura is good. Yeah, Aura is really good. Sauvage Elixir is 120 on Aura last night. Chris, I got my Sauvage Elixir from News Parfums for $68 or $78, and so did Hamzat. That their prices on News Parfums, they fluctuate up and down, and it's usually, even with the shipping, which is about $19. If you go on there and you buy 3 or 4 fragrances, you're gonna come out of there smelling like gold, because they literally, their prices are like 60 or 70% off normal prices. While there are fragrances on there that are usually around the same price, like if you're going for like more of a classic fragrance, probably not the best site to buy them on. They also have things like Dior Homme Intense pretty much all the time because they are in Europe, and they take about 8 to 10 days to ship. But overall, News Parfums has the best prices for almost anything, and they usually have new releases. Like right now, they have like Azara's The Most Wanted for like $50. Like, it's just ridiculous. But looking forward to checking it out. Nice. So anyway, I think I'm just going to end the stream now because I got through all of my fragrances. It's been an hour. I still need to run. Well, it's actually been an hour and a half almost. Crazy. I had so much fun talking to you guys. But anyway, I'm going to try to get a live in later this week, somewhere like Wednesday or Thursday. If you do follow Ross at TLTG, I just want to let you guys know I was on 4 of his live streams in the last 10 days and on there for hours. So if you follow him, you will see me on his lives a lot as well. Outside of that, I hope that you guys have a fantastic week. Thank you again, Detroit Sports Fan, for sending that to me, as well as Arnold P. Ben for sending me the decants, and Darius from Lock D. I appreciate all of you guys. Make sure that you guys go follow the people that I mentioned. I Smell, Fragrance Fight Night, all of them. And then also go check out his Parfums website. It's really nice. You guys are the best subscribers in the business. We're almost at 4,000 subscribers. I think I might actually do a giveaway. And guess what? My wife is going to finally come onto the channel once we get to 5,000 subscribers. And 2 weeks ago, we were at 3,000 subscribers. So if you guys, which I know you have no say in it because you are my subscribers, but if you get me to 5,000 subscribers in 2 months, just like you got me, or in a month, like you got me from 3,000 to 4,000, we're going to get my wife on the channel. And I know a lot of people probably don't give a shit, but guess what? It's been 5,000 subscribers coming. I mean, it's about damn time, and she probably still won't, but we'll see how it goes. But thank you guys so much. Best subscribers in the biz. I will see you guys next Sunday, to make sure to look out for my video on Tuesday. Thank you guys. Peace out.